Hi everybody, so today I want to do a review on the Covergirl Natureluxe foundation, and it's a new foundation that they just came out with. Now first, I actually changed my area of where I'm doing videos. I want to see if this has a little bit of a better lighting, so if you go to my channel and check out any of my other videos, please leave a comment below and tell me whether this lighting is better. Anyway, let's get on with the review. So the first thing I wanted to say about this foundation is that it is very, very creamy and blendable. I like applying this with either a stippling brush or my fingers, preferably with a stippling brush because I feel like it just blends the product a little bit better and it's a lot easier to apply it with. The coverage is light to medium, and I feel like you can build it up to medium, but you can't get it to maybe medium opaque or a full coverage. It's more like a tinted moisturizer versus a full coverage foundation. The finish is very natural. It does leave a slightly dewy kind of appearance, like a luminescent appearance, not dewy. So it doesn't make you look sweaty. It's like that natural matte dewy look. I don't know if I can explain it really great. You'd probably have to try it out and see. The texture, again, is very creamy, easily blendable. The packaging, it comes in a squeeze tube, and you just open it, and it comes in a tube like this. And you just squeeze the product out. For reference, I'm in the shade 340 Maple, and I'm around, I'd say, an NC30 in MAC. The price of this is actually a little bit pricier than most foundations, and even though the tube does look small, it still has that 1 fluid ounce of product. So the price, I would say, is around an $11 to $13 range. Depends on where you go. I know I got this on a buy one get one at a CVS, so you probably want to try this out at a buy one get one so you can try something else as well. The lasting power, I would say, is between a 4 to 6 hour wear and a 6 to 8 hour wear. Now I know that is a completely big difference, but if you're not doing much like I did today, it is around a 6 to 8 hour wear. I put this on at, I'd say, around 6:30 this morning. It's now like 3:30, so it's been 9 hours, and I feel like it's starting to get that oiliness, but it's not horribly oily. It's not something where I need to blot just yet. It's decent, and it's something that I could live with for maybe another 1 or 2 hours until it would really start to look oily. If you do actually do a lot, if you're doing this when you're running a lot of errands or you're, just doing a lot of work, I would say it'd be more of a 4 to 6 hour wear because the oils in your skin do tend to break down the foundation. Now, I applied this today with my MAC mattifying gel, so it could have affected the longevity of the foundation. And some other things about it are that I would recommend this mainly for dry to normal combination skin. I would not recommend this for people with really oily skin because I do feel that the oils will break down the foundation and it would be very, very easily fading and just melting off your face. I do notice, I do wear glasses, and I do notice that it does kind of fade and rub off on my glasses, which is to be expected with any foundation. I have not found a foundation yet, powder, cream, liquid, or otherwise, that has not made those like smudge marks right by my nose. But anyway, this is a really nice foundation. It does contain SPF 10, and it does, you don't need a lot for it. I do notice though that I do need to conceal a lot of the problem areas I have, but it does even out your skin tone. So this is the type of foundation where you would not want this if you were trying to cover up a lot of like acne, scarring, redness, discoloration. But if you maybe have like an uneven skin tone, and that's pretty much the majority of the problems you're trying to cover, this would be perfect. How I apply it, again, I either use my fingers or a stippling brush. At this time, I prefer a stippling brush to apply it, but you can apply it anyway. Today I applied it on top of my MAC mattifying gel, and I felt like it applied very nicely over that. You can use any primer you want, but that's just the one I used today. And if you can see, I'm going to come in. I hope you can, how it looks. I did get a little bit oily right here in my nose and my forehead and my chin, but my cheeks for the most part are still very matte. I did set this though with my Makeup Forever HD powder, so that could have also affected the longevity of the makeup. I do recommend to set it though so that it will last longer and it will give that nice matte effect, but I would recommend setting it with like a translucent powder, or else it could become a little cakey. This does not look cakey at all, even on my skin. I have dry to combination skin in the summer. I have combination skin in the summer and very dry skin in the winter. So right now my skin is kind of towards that combination stage, so I get kind of oily on my nose, but the rest of my face is fairly dry. But I noticed that this is one of the foundations that does not enhance those dry, flaky areas, and if you use the right primer, it really goes on smoothly and does not enhance it, and it looks actually one of the most natural finishes I have ever tried. So yeah, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got some nice information out of this. And I do recommend this foundation if you are looking for a light coverage foundation from the drugstore that is fairly affordable, even though it is a little bit pricier than most foundations from the drugstore out there. If you want to see a full review, if you didn't understand something that I explained, I will post a review on my blog. The link will be below. Also, if you want to see a foundation routine and an overview of some other foundations I've tried from the drugstore, I will put those links below as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and until next time, bye!